today's review, I have the Woods Creekside 4 here. It's another Canadian Tire brand tent. We've been testing it for, well, it's been set up for a few days now because it's been raining and I haven't wanted to pack it away wet. So I'm just waiting for it to dry out and stop raining. Regular price is only $140 Canadian, so it's quite a cheaper tent. Not expensive at all compared to some of the other ones you can get. Does sleep 4. You can fit 4 comfortably in here as long as you don't have your gear. So if you're planning on packing a bunch of backpacks or bags in here, you can say more realistically you can fit 3 people laying across this way and still have room for your bags at the end here. Now it weighs 13 pounds and 1 ounce, so it's not lightest. You're not going to want to backpack with this tent. It does weigh quite a bit compared to some alternatives such as the Cascade that I reviewed last year. So you've got a quick clip system with fast foot connectors. The mesh pockets and the no-see-um mesh surround here, the walls. You have reflective guy lines and smart pocket for tablets or electronic devices that you want to see a screen through. And you also have a power pocket, so right over here, that there, what it allows is normally you'd run the extension cord for your power through like the zipper area, and that allows the mosquitoes and bugs in, especially if it's not positioned at the right spot like this one is. So this allows you to feed the extension cord up and then down through, and it sort of prevents bugs from getting in there. Little hole there. Outside here you have your fly. It's got 1200 coating. So it's a good design for repelling the rain off the tent. I would have rathered that they continued the material level at the same level there all the way across, but they stepped it up. It's been out here in rain for multiple days and there hasn't been a problem with leaking, so it's alright. You have taped seams, fully taped seams on here. No issue of water sinking through that. The only issue that I have with this fly is this front hoop. As you can see, it's just one pole that goes up and over and across. What holds that out are these little corner pieces. And they do an alright job, but over time I can see this. You can already tell it sort of sags there. I could see that starting to pool water as it gets into sunlight and stretches a little. It would be better if you had something here to just sort of tie off to and run a line out to a stake. I know it'd get in the way, but I'd prefer staying dry and not having the fly collapse because of a puddle. So inside here, well, first you've got your little doorstep mat. It doesn't really do much because it sticks out past the fly, so it just collects water. Inside the tent, let's go inside here. So in here, you've got nice high sidewalls. The floor comes up around in a bathtub style. You've got one seam right here. That's the only seam in the floor. And it looks to be fully glued. Like, I didn't even notice it when I first started this. It's so hard to notice that you would only see it over in the edges there. You've got your mesh pockets. Tons and tons of pockets in this thing. Like in a usual tent, you've got this, and it forms a canopy up top there. But it's also got a pocket in the other side here. It can also hang off the side there, so lots of options for storing stuff. Personally, I don't put anything in these pockets because it causes it to dangle down in the way of where I'm sleeping. Up top there, you've got your usual loops for that loft, and you've got a little ring up here to hang lanterns or flashlights off. If we turn around, right beside the door, got another extremely large mesh pocket there. And another one on this side. As you can see, that's where right there is where the power plug comes in. This door zips down here. It is an oval door, and it does have a very, very large window in it. The oval door style, I was reading in the reviews, one person mentioned that with this oval / circular door style, it's pretty much impossible to get it done up with one hand without it snagging, especially with the way that they overlap the fly. The little flap there, rain flap over the zipper. When you meet up with those two, it causes quite a bit of issues. So on the outside, you have some nice, sturdy pegs here. The main pegs that come with this to hold the bottom down are nice and thick. There's no trouble with bending those ones. They're not near as flimsy as what you can usually get with these. The outer ones, they're a little bit thinner, but they're not holding as much stress, and they definitely have held up and not bent any time we've used this. Around the back, there's no vestibule back here, it's just closed in. The fly is held in by little snap buckles. You can clip them in and just tighten it down. Works perfect. To hold the poles in, you have these little feet here, and it sits down the pole. I can't get it out. The pole sits down inside these. There's no pins that you have to line up inside or anything like that. It's quite easy to do. As for the pole structure, you have your regular 4 going over, or 2 going over, creating your 4-sided dome. The front pole here attaches in beside the main pole, and it goes right up and over and forms the hoop, and then those triangles pull it out. Up inside here, actually, from up here you might notice that that's not a perfect dome shape. That's because there's a pole going across from there, over top of the tent to there. What this allows is, up inside there, it gives you more ventilation room up there. Sort of helps with condensation issues. And along with this really open front, you really don't get a lot of condensation. As for the clips, it's a little bit different than what I'm used to. You have, instead of the normal, instead of a sleeve here that you feed them through, or the regular, just single, wider clips that hook on. This one, it looks a little bit flimsier. I'm not sure how well it'll hold up over time. But this, let's see if I can get it off here with one hand. Okay. So to get these on, I have to pull the pole in and get it lined up with that opening there. Push that on. Then, second step, push that down. So it is extra secure. Like, you will not have that accidentally popping out. But it's quite thin plastic there. So the only cons of this tent, I would say, are the zipper snagging there. When using one hand, it's not the easiest. There are other configurations for doors that would work better. You have one of the comments on the Canadian Tire website of this said that they got leaking down inside those corners there. I haven't had any issue with that. Not to say that it couldn't happen, but they must have been surrounded by quite a bit of water in order for it to actually leak that badly. Now for the good parts. This tent is cheap. It can hold a good amount of people, and it's fairly waterproof. It has not leaked in. It's been raining for, Jesus, I think every day for the past 4 days. It's just been raining at some point. So it has held up well. Rain up against those walls. We woke up and it was not even a little bit damp on the inside. And we slept through a pretty good thunderstorm in this. As for the fly design, I could see a little bit of an issue with that, forming a pocket there. But, I mean, for the price, this is a really good tent. So overall, I would recommend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next Saturday with another review.